Some children dream about growing up to become pilots. Some children dream about growing up to become doctors. Some children dream about growing up to become firemen. Some children dream about growing up to become basketball players.
I have a dream.
But there are some children whose greatest dream is just to be healthy.
יאלי, שלום! הופה, איזה יפה. יעל היא ילדה מקסימה.
Yael is charming and very special. We met on a Chaiyanu family trip to Eilat, where I was her counselor. We connected right from the start and became extremely close.
חברנו ממש ונקשרנו.
It's a terrible shock and so sudden. You just don't know how to cope.
From the moment that a child gets diagnosed with a catastrophic illness, the entire family is sick.
Suddenly you become disconnected, detached from the household and the family.
It's an earthquake, a hurricane, all happening at one time. And if there's not somebody there that's going to embrace that family and to hold their hands, the family is going to be traumatized, is going to be isolated, and is going to fall apart.
The Chaiyanu organization was created with the sole purpose of providing social, economic, and emotional aid to families of children facing life-threatening illnesses.
If we want the family to have the strength to support their child, we have to support the family in turn. The best way to appreciate what getting better through love means is to come to the hospital and see the people of Chaiyanu and the volunteers work here in the hospital, do everything with complete dedication.
Chaiyanu accompanies the sick child and the family through all the stages of coping with a life-threatening illness. Chaiyanu provides concrete assistance to hundreds of families throughout the land of Israel.
I was a regular kid. I played, I was wild sometimes.
This is all new and unknown to our family, and slowly we must all learn to cope. My mother isn't home much anymore, but the house still has to run smoothly. Someone has to get the younger kids ready in the morning, and this is hard. In the past, we weren't the ones to take the younger ones to school.
When a child is ill, the whole family suffers. That's the truth.
A family's normal daily routine is the first to suffer. Parents must devote themselves to the needs of the sick child and cannot spend much time tending to the household and the needs of the other children. Many times they even have to quit their job.
Children go through a difficult emotional process. They know that the cancer is associated with death, and they are deeply disturbed.
Chaiyanu maintains hundreds of volunteers who undergo a special training program. These volunteers take on the role of big brothers or sisters for the ill child and their families and become an integral part of the household. Volunteers literally take over in a multifaceted way, providing physical and educational aid and just being there during leisure time. Chaiyanu volunteers are ready and available to give respite for parents night and day, in the hospital and at home.
They came and lifted my spirits. During the whole treatment, they were at my house and everyone felt they were family.
The volunteers are with us at home, in the hospital, everywhere. When a volunteer comes, it puts the whole family back on track.
As soon as you walk in, you realize how they have been waiting for you. You become a vital part of the family, and you realize how important it is that you are there.
They were with us throughout the whole illness.
To break the illness routine, Chaiyanu works both inside and outside the hospitals. In the hospitals, they arrange for parties in the wards and deal with daily requests from the hospital staff. Outside the hospital walls, they organize trips, excursions, and special leisure activities. These trips are attended by the children, their families, medical staff, and of course by Chaiyanu volunteers.
This was really fun.
The news hits you like a bombshell. It's sudden and frightening.
You have to fight the illness with love.
When I enter the hospital as a Chaiyanu volunteer and smell the hospital food, it brings back memories, and I have flashbacks to the time when I was a cancer patient in the same hospital 5 years ago. It's weird to come back here after so much time.
When Michal was hospitalized, she had been treated by Dr. Dina Atias.
I am amazed now that I understand what your Chaiyanu uniform represents and what you are doing here. You, as an ex-cancer patient, come as a volunteer from the other side, bringing with you the greatest gift we can have to share with others.
Parents are busy, doctors too. Everyone is preoccupied. It is the volunteer who comes and showers love on the child. The volunteers come always loaded with special treats. And I see children with cancer who play, watch TV, or use the computer in the hospital. Children with cancer who have smiles on their faces. I am glad that they don't have to go through what I went through when I was hospitalized, and there was no Chaiyanu.
Most of all, I miss my family, my friends, my parents, and I also miss school.
Beyond the physical pain and social isolation, children with cancer miss attending school regularly and often find themselves falling behind in their studies. Volunteers work together with the children to catch up on their schoolwork.
I try to attend school as much as I can, which is only about 2 or 3 hours a day.
Fighting illness with love really means to really care. Because when you really care, it brings out all your deepest emotions, all your greatest power in order to give to somebody else.
The first day I went to see Yael, I brought pictures of myself when I was sick. I sat her on my lap with my pictures while wearing my Chaiyanu shirt, my long hair, healthy and happy. I'm sure that it did something to her to see me like that. I am sure it gave her hope.
Whether you're inside the hospital or at home, whether during treatments or after them, you feel that you're not alone. Someone from Chaiyanu is always with you.
After the bone marrow transplant, my daughter said to me, "Ima, if Chaiyanu hadn't come to me, I wouldn't be alive today. It's thanks to them that I am alive today."
It's just like a family. One big family.
Every day we pray that the dreams of all the children will be dreams come true. Chaiyanu, fighting illness with love.